Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Washington Wizards basketball stream. Yes, we're back. It's been about a week. And there's been an update. Apparently in the Wizards world, in the Wizards community, and since my last video, there's been a lot that's been happening. I'm here to support the new hype. I'm here to support the new movement. Apparently there's a new movement going on, and that movement is Turbo Avdija. Turbo Deni Avdija. That's the new movement. That's the new buzzword around Wizards Town, Wizards fandom, in the Wizards world. Also, yes, I'm wearing a completely different team's hat. Yes, I gotta support my Eagles. We're in the Super Bowl. So yeah, I gotta rock out with the Eagles hat as well. What's going on, Num? Sorry if you hear dogs in the background. It's my neighbor's dogs. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Back with another Washington Wizards basketball stream. Got a couple things to talk about today. For sure. Most notably, the Wizards are on a current 6-game winning streak. With a chance, they had a chance to make it 7 tonight, but due to, I think like an ice storm or something is in Texas, hit Texas or something like that. So the Pistons couldn't get back from Dallas and get back to Detroit. So they're stuck there, I believe. So the game is postponed. When it'll get resumed and replayed, I don't know. Goldberg was going on. Clutch was going on. So yeah, they could have made it 7 tonight. Good possibility, but it didn't happen. So their next game, and I'll talk about this later, they have a nice little 3-game stretch here. That's going to be very important in my opinion. But let's talk, man. Let's talk. So, obviously, since the Rui Hachimura trade, the Wizards haven't lost. They're 4-0 since the trade has happened. And in those 4 games since the Rui Hachimura trade, there's been an interesting increase, in confidence and in play from our guy Deni Avdija. So, looking at his numbers, Deni Avdija since the Rui Hachimura trade, he's been averaging 30 minutes, 16 points per game on 67% true shooting percentage, 40% from 3, 9.5 rebounds per game, 2 assists, and almost 2 steals a game. He's been on a really nice stretch of basketball in these last 4 games. He's been playing with a lot of confidence, and people have heard me. If you're not new to my stream, or if you are new to my stream, and you go back and look at old videos or whatnot, me talking about Deni, I've always said with Deni, a lot of it is his confidence, because he'll have stretches where he'll play really good basketball, and then he'll have stretches where he just plays really bad basketball. And I've always said I think it's a big confidence thing with him. Right now he's playing extremely confident. He's playing aggressive, and I hope it continues. I really do. I'll support the movement. It's fun going on. Like Kyle Kuzma tweeted today after the game was postponed. He said, no Turbo tonight. It's a lot. It's fun. It's definitely fun. And it's a good confidence booster for a player like Deni, who I feel like a lot of his game, it comes from his confidence. So, I hope Deni keeps it up for sure. Currently, I feel like what a lot of people, a lot of Deni detractors are looking for, and a lot of people who are on the fence about Deni, I feel like everybody's just kind of still filling it out to see if this is just a hot stretch for him, or if this is like the new and improved Deni
Yes,
Avdija.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm curious to see too.
Yes, sir.
He had a really good game in his last game out. He had 25 points against the San Antonio Spurs. The Wizards finally won a game in San Antonio, the first time they won a game since, what was it? They said 1999 or something like that. I was either 2 years old. If I look, I'm about to look it up now. The Wizards. Yes, it's 1999. I was 2 years old the last time the Wizards won in San Antonio. I was 2 years old. That's how long it's been since the Wizards won in San Antonio. So they beat that streak. Deni has been playing terrific. You know, he's been playing terrific these 4 games since the Rui Hachimura trade. You know, you got Dallas in there, Houston, and this is all on the road too. Dallas, Houston, Pelicans, and San Antonio. So, I mean, I don't know if it was just the trade or what, but Deni's definitely playing with high confidence. I hope he keeps it up, you know. One thing I will say, though, in regards to the Deni Avdija situation is, like, on Twitter, what I see is a lot of times I see people coming at people who were, you know, critical of Deni and whatnot and what he was doing this season and in seasons past. And to that, I don't think they should be taking anything back. They were going off what they were seeing, you know, and Deni was struggling. He was definitely struggling. He was struggling to shoot the ball. He was still struggling to finish, etc. So, I mean, they had their causes for it. They didn't just do it because they wanted to be a Deni hater. But right now, he's doing a lot of good. So, a lot of people are going to be happy with it. You know, the Deni fans are always, you know, they're always going to be there because they've always been Deni fans. They've always been pro Deni, you know, for sure. So, that's never going to change. The next question is, can he keep it up? You know, can he keep it up? Can he continue to play with the aggression that he's playing with? Can he continue to play with the confidence that he's currently showing? And if so, that really helps the Wizards, man. That helps them and that helps their ceiling. That helps them and that helps their ceiling. Can he be the number 1 pick to help end the stretch of Wizards first round picks not being signed to second contracts? Post-trade Deni, Turbo Deni, has been playing really good ball. It's been really impressive. I love it, and I hope it continues. You know, I hope this isn't just a hot stretch. I hope this is more of a, you know, mainstay, like I said before. But as far as the Kendrick Nunn trade, to talk about Kendrick Nunn a little bit, I feel like Kendrick Nunn's been cool. His first game against the Rockets, he had a nice little flashy pass, behind the back flashy pass on the fast break to Kyle Kuzma. He had a poster dunk as well. He had a nice little debut for the Wizards in his first game. He finished with 12 points on 5 for 9 shooting. He's had a couple decent games since he's been here. So yeah, Rui Hachimura, update on him. He started for the first time last night in New York. And he played pretty well. He played very well next to LeBron and AD. So that was good to see, you know, because I'm still a fan of Rui. I still like Rui. Now all the hype and everything that comes with the LA media, now I had to be like, hold on now on that. But I feel like Rui, if he's in that starting lineup next to LeBron and AD, they make a lot of people look good. And they'll make Rui look good, I believe. So right now it's looking like a win-win for everybody. It's looking like a win-win for everybody. So, and that's something you want to see. So that's good. The Wizards only 2 games below 500 right now, 24 and 26. So 2 games below 500 could have been 1 game below 500 because I think they would have beat the Pistons today. I think they would have beat them today. The main core's finally healthy. Bradley Beal's playing. Porzingis is here. Kuzma's here. DeLon Wright's here. All the guys are here. All the guys are healthy. All the guys are playing. So it hasn't been that many games that Brad, Kuz, and KP have played as a unit, you know, so because a lot of guys have been banged up in and out at different times. So with the All-Star break and the trade deadline rapidly approaching, this is a good chance to see what we really got here, you know. So yeah, it'll be interesting. For sure. But this current stretch of Wizards basketball is definitely promising. For sure. I think a big key here for a lot of doubters, Wizards doubters, and people who aren't fully bought in yet to the product, like I would say me. I would say I'm not fully sold on, you know, this current product of the Wizards yet. it's promising for sure. But they got a nice stretch here coming up. They got Portland, and then they got Brooklyn at Brooklyn on a back-to-back. And then they got Cleveland. They got Cleveland coming in. So they got Portland, Brooklyn, and Cleveland. Portland's definitely a winnable game. They can get Portland. But it'll be an important 3-game stretch. Sorry if you hear my cat. He's being an attention seeker right now if you hear him meowing. But yeah. So, if you will hop up here and stop meowing. Come here, please. But yes. Sorry about that, guys. They got Portland, Brooklyn, and Cleveland coming up. An important 3-game stretch where I think a lot of Wizards fans are going to be paying attention to, to see how they handle Dame, how they handle Kyrie, how they handle Donovan Mitchell, just to name some of the key guys on those teams. They're going to be looking at Deni to see how he plays against these more. Portland's been kind of struggling. But in regards to Brooklyn and Cleveland, tougher, stiffer opponents, guaranteed playoff guys, playoff teams. So I think a lot of Wizards doubters who are still questionable after this current stretch, I think it'll show a lot, in terms of Deni, in terms of what we really are as a team. So it'll be important. I'm very excited to see this little 3-game stretch here that we have. But yeah, I mean, that's fun. That's all fun news. So the trade has been looking pretty good, I think, for both sides. Deni, he's been really exciting. This current stretch, this 4-game stretch from him has gotten lit a fire, within the fan base of excitement for him, within his teammates, and obviously all of Deni's fans, back in Israel. So, who always felt like he's been able to play to this level of ability. He's just needed more opportunity and whatnot. And me, who I just felt like Deni, a big thing with him was just always his confidence. So, hey now. So it's good. Everything is looking up. Everything is looking up right now. Like I said, I'm ready to see that 3-game stretch. You got Portland, Brooklyn, and Cleveland. I think that's going to say a lot, about the team. We're going to see a lot, and we're going to find out a lot about what this team, really is. Because Cleveland and Brooklyn, that's that top tier echelon of the Eastern Conference. Even though I'm pretty sure no KD will be there, but Nets are still a pretty tough team, regardless. Let me get to you guys' comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, please make sure to like the stream. I haven't said that yet. Please make sure to like the stream. If you want to donate, you can do that. If you want to become a member, you can do that. Thank you guys for being in here. Look at you guys' comments. Weege, you said you're a daughter for sure. Mental, you said biggest win for the Wizards this season is San Antonio party like it's 1999. Chimp, you said Diddy fans be attacking quarterbacks. Watch what's going on, Chimp. You said Diddy boy. Sevens, you said Rui never passed the ball. Corey just shoot. Tay, you said Chimp, I wish Rui the best. Black Line, you said none. Been hooping for us. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, none's shown something. None's definitely shown something. He's had moments. He has moments. So that's a good thing. One thing we're still, I feel like I just seen the comment. Yeah, Smith just said it. Smith said, up here. Smith said we should let the chemistry build with the roster. And that's another thing. The roster, it hasn't really been that healthy. The main core guys haven't played that many games together. This roster hasn't been fully healthy for that long. So that's another thing. Obviously, that's something that can be a continuous thing throughout the whole season, but you never know. So that is a true point, letting the chemistry build. Is this a product of the team finally being healthy? I think Wes Unseld Jr. has been doing a better job as well. I will give him credit. Anytime your team wins 5-6 games in a row, the coach deserves credit as well. I've banged on Wes. I've banged on the team. When the team wins, I got to give them credit. I'm not going to continue to bang on the team when they're winning. You know what I mean? I can't continue to do that. So credit's definitely due. credit's definitely deserved from the squad. But like I said, this current 3-game stretch that's coming up, I think is going to say a lot about the team and is going to show the fans a lot about where they are. You know, what realistically, is this another mirage? Is this another, little bull job win streak, like the last win streak, and then you follow it up with a lot of L's after it ends? So we'll see. We'll really see what's going on with them. For sure. But it's going to be interesting. Goat, what's going on with you? You said Tom Brady retired. Facts. Goat, do you think he stays retired, though? That's the question. I think he does. I think this was real. I think this one's real for him. Chippy said, will the main boy be fit and ready to go when they need it? Menchie said, Wizards need to make some more trades, perhaps Barton or Morris or both. I definitely think Barton's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be a buyout, but I definitely think Barton's going to go. He's a guy who was out of the rotation before the trade happened. Yeah, fell out of the rotation. I think he's a guy with an expiring deal. I could see him definitely being the next one to go. So, yeah. Goldberry says, sorry, D, but the Chiefs are going to win. I think the Eagles are going to win. I'm not saying that as a fan. I always have to preference this because when you're a fan, everybody's going to be like, oh, you're just saying that because you're a fan. I think the Eagles are going to win. I have a reason for it, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Cohen, you said, finally I saw the familiar Deni we saw playing in Israel. Yeah, he's just, Deni right now, he's playing with a lot of confidence. Defensively, we always knew Deni had a lot of defensive potential. The question was always just really the offense. That was the big thing for him. The offensive confidence, the offensive ability for him. And right now, what he's doing, the aggressiveness, driving to the basket, just turning on the gas, stepping on the pedal, the gas pedal, turning on the turbo. You get it? You see what I'm doing here? I think it's all been really good, man. It's been really nice to see for these past 4 games. Maybe he just feels like the franchise is giving him a vote of confidence by moving on from Rui. And maybe they told him something behind closed doors and really just boosted his confidence. And we're seeing it as a result product on the court. I love to see it. I hope it continues. I like Deni. I like all the young Wizards guys. I hope they all do good. I have their jerseys. I have Rui Hachimura's jersey. Sadly, that's there to just collect dust now. Sadly, I have a Rui jersey because I like Rui. I have a Deni jersey because I like Deni. I like all the young guys. Johnny Davis, if he ever looks like he belongs on the NBA court, I wouldn't have an issue getting a Johnny Davis jersey. I want a Kyle Kuzma jersey, but I'm not about to have 50 jerseys of dudes who ain't gonna be here. So, but I want all our young guys to do well. I want all our young guys to play well. So yeah, this is definitely promising. Corey Kispert, he's always been pretty solid. I think Corey's always been pretty solid. He's a smart player. He's played well too. Obviously he's not some high ceiling guy, but he plays his role well. So I always like Kispert. He always plays his role really well. For all my Deni fans, shout out to Israel, shout out to my Deni fans. I can't understand what was being said in the chat, but shout out to you guys. Coney said he was less aggressive after the injury. Smith, he said Eagles have had the easiest path to the Super Bowl in recent memory. They will be in for a shock. Giants were pretentious. 49ers lost all their QBs. Hey, Smith, I'm going to leave it at this. What happened to the 49ers QBs? Didn't they come into the game with 2 healthy quarterbacks? What happened to them? How did they end up not being in the game and able to play? What happened? What happened to them? They tear their ACL or something? What happened to them? How they end up not playing? I don't know the answer. Can you give me the answer on that? On top, you said Deni play good in 4. Chippy said Morris and Barton can go. Monte's he's cool. I definitely think Monte's cool. But yeah, I'm cool on Monte. He's not bad. He's not terrific, but he's also not bad. But yeah, so trade prospects, guys trade targets. I'm not sure who they're really looking at. I haven't seen any. Only person I've seen that the Wizards are really interested in it was John Collins. I don't know how true that is anymore. After the Rui trade, I don't know. I don't know if they're still interested in Colin Sexton. I don't know if they're interested in Mike Conley, Terry Rozier. I don't know who they're interested in currently. But if they keep playing like this, we knew they were kind of going to be buyers regardless. Maybe they would have stand pat if they were kind of losing and not did anything really. But with this current winning streak, 2 games below 500, if they get back to 500 before trade deadline, I 100% think if they're back above 500 by the All-Star break or at 500 at the All-Star break, yeah, they're making the move for sure, in my opinion. Israel, you said nothing bad. Just told the guy the game has been postponed. Secret Lane. Yeah, well, if you didn't know, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, game tonight's been canceled. So I thought it was, perfect time to stream. I haven't streamed in a week. There's a lot been going on. A lot of Wizards fans and Deni fans are excited about his play. Wizards fans are happy about the winning streak. Why not talk about it? Then he said Corey isn't great on defense, but you can see it that he's at least trying to defend. Yeah, Corey's going to be one of those guys Corey's never going to be good at defending. That's never going to be his strong suit. That wasn't his calling card. That's not the reason he got drafted. But it's all about the effort, So if you're trying, that's good, Some guys can try, but just not be that good at defending. But as long as you're giving the effort, that's what counts. But Corey didn't get drafted because of his defensive outlook. That's not why he's in the NBA. He's in the NBA to shoot the ball and make open threes when he's there. But he also does other good things in between. Hypey said Diddy is him. Chippy said none better than Morris. None's definitely been... I don't know. I don't think he'll ever take Morris' starting spot. Morris is Wes's guy. That's his guy. So I don't see that happening, but... yeah. Gabrielle, you said no more trade. Chemistry is all good. That could be a thing. The Wizards could possibly just stand patient if they feel like, hey, we got all we need right here. The team's been playing good. The team's finally healthy. Let's just sit and relax and see how this all plays out and let them just continue to gel together. That could possibly be a true possibility. They just stand patient, stand pat, let the chemistry go, like Smith said, like you just said, Gabrielle. So that could be a thing as well. Smith said Josh Johnson, let's be real, got hurt after Purdy got hurt. Purdy finished, but could only hand off and not throw a pass. Purdy torn ligaments and throwing off 6 months. Yeah, it's because Philly's D-line was over there dogging the 49ers O-line, and the 49ers wanted to block Philly's best pass rusher with tight ends for some reason and then leave them unblocked. And that's on them. Okay? They decided to do that. Why? I don't know. That's on the 49ers. That's their game plan. Why they ain't challenge Javonte Smith's catch? I don't know. That's on them. That's their game plan. That's all I got on that. Oh, you said, man, I just want to watch Wizards and Deni game. Yeah, it was... when the team's winning, you want to watch. When the team's winning, you want to tune into the games you want to watch. So, it sucks that the game was postponed today. But yeah, I know a lot of guys wanted to see more Deni. A lot of guys wanted to see more Wizards because the team's winning. And turns out, it's fun to watch when you win. Isn't that a crazy concept? Dan, you said Pistols are scared. Israel said no need to trade for anyone in my opinion. Why destroy the chemistry? Chippy said Barton was his guy too. I mean, yeah. Barton was his guy, but Barton was bad. Monte's doing things. Monte's doing positive things on the court. Will was just out there jacking up shots and bricking, chimp. He's doing better than Barton. He's bringing more to the team than Barton was when he was on the court, in my opinion. But what do I know? Smith said Kispert is a better defender than Korver, and he played a long time. He has better skill set and size, just needs to become lights out when open. Yeah, if he can become lights out when he's open, then, that's a wrap. But other than like a guy like Kyle Korver or Joe Harris, Corey Kispert does a lot of good things, off the ball. His off-ball movement is terrific. He's a terrific cutter. He has great IQ. He's a great finisher. Oh, great. He's a good finisher. Underrated finisher, I would say. Corey does a lot of good things, outside of just shooting open threes. So that's why I've always been a fan of Corey. Go, he said Eagles winning the Super Bowl by a field goal. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Go, he said Pat going to cook the Eagles D-line. I don't know, man. How that ankle feeling? Both QBs banged up. Hurts' shoulder probably still bugging him. Patrick's ankle, we know, going to be bugging him. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But back to the Wizards. I mean, I see what a lot of you guys are saying. A lot of you guys are saying to not touch the team because of the chemistry. The chemistry is really good right now. Seems like everybody's kind of knowing their role, in their role, playing their role well. I feel you guys on that. Daniel Gafford's a guy I haven't brought up. Daniel Gafford against the Pelicans had a terrific game. He had 21 points and he had 12 rebounds. He was dominant against the Pelicans. I feel like a big reason to that is because, what's his name? Jonas Valanciunas got ejected from the game because of a elbow to the back of Taj Gibson's head, which was kind of crazy. I didn't know they were going to eject him. But Daniel Gafford, his rim protection has been really good. He's been really good. He missed the game against San Antonio, but they still came out with the dub. Maybe he'll be back on Friday against Portland. But he's been a guy that's been playing really well as well. Harold, you said, let's go Turbo. We all want to see more of that. Facts, agree. I completely agree with you. Like I said, my thoughts on Deni, man. If you're just coming in here, you haven't seen it yet or heard me yet. My thoughts on Deni in his recent stretch, or Turbo Avdija as they call him, is just I feel like he's just playing with a new level of confidence, another level of confidence that he wasn't playing with before. I've said in the past when talking about Deni, a lot of it is just his confidence, his mental, because he's had good stretches before and he's had bad, and then he'll go into bad stretches. Maybe it was the trade, and now he just felt like, okay, this franchise really believes in me. They're getting rid of Rui. I really need to show what I can do now, and that's all the big boost he needed. To really start showing out his game. But you could tell he's aggressive. He's playing confident. And I love to see it. And it makes me happy to see, and it makes a lot of the fans happy to see, because that's what a lot of fans have been wanting. They wanted him to be aggressive going to the basket and attacking, being able to finish with the left, etc. And continue to play well defensively and continue to grab rebounds like he's been doing. He's been close to almost double-double guy in these last 4 games. Close to having double-doubles in all 4. So it's impressive what he's been doing. It's exciting what he's been doing. And the next question for him and the next step for him is just to continue to do it. Turn this hot stretch into what he is. Just turn it into a guy that we know, oh, that's what Deni is. Deni's a guy who can turn it up, turn the turbo up, get aggressive going to the basket, and can D up. Instead of just this being just a hot stretch for these next 4 games. And then he kind of cools it off. Let's hope he keeps it up. I'm rooting for him. Everybody's rooting for him. So, yeah, shout out Turbo Avdija, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'm rooting for you. Obviously, your fans are rooting for you. Wizards fans are rooting for you. Because we want a first-round draft pick to be successful for once. So, of course, you got my support. If I got your jersey, I support you. Even if I don't, I support you. Unless you're Spencer Dinwiddie, then I don't like you. You know what's crazy? Matter of fact, I haven't even been able to speak on that. You know what's crazy? Because now I'm about to talk about Spencer Dinwiddie. Because this goes back to the Dallas Mavericks game where the Wizards won. Because Spencer Dinwiddie is in his feelings 24/7 about the Wizards for some reason. I just want to say that the Wizards are doing a really terrific job at playing winning basketball. There's been no showcasing out there. It's been a lot of team unity, a lot of chemistry that I've been seeing. It's the complete opposite of showcase basketball, guys trying to get paid. I feel like teams on 6-game winning streaks, that's, you don't get 6-game winning streaks when, you're showcasing, you're trying to get paid. That's a representation of winning basketball, and from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of winning basketball going on. I see a team on the rise, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the winning basketball that they're putting out there on the court. And when you win basketball, the fans are happy. When you're winning basketball games, the fans are happy. The fans get excited. It don't take much for the Wizards fans to get excited, man. We see 3 wins in a row. Wizards fans start getting hyped. So 6 games. I mean, hey, you making hell freeze over with 6 wins in a row. Eurovision, you said, don't you think Wizards should trade Kuzma before he runs away in the summer and signs elsewhere? I think, man, personally, I think Kuzma, if they give him the money he's looking for, I think he stays. Kyle Kuzma has grown tremendously in DC, and I don't think there's a bunch of other teams that really will give him the opportunity to play the style that he wants to play. The ability to put up the shots that he wants, the ability to have the ball in his hands, the ability to facilitate for his teammates, as opposed to when he was in LA, is LeBron, Rondo, etc. facilitating for him. He has an opportunity to continue to grow his game. I mean, he's 7th in All-Star voting as a Washington Wizard. He wasn't 7th in front court Eastern players as a Laker. Now, that's being a Laker. As a Wizard, that's impressive. That's impressive because we know Wizards players don't really pop up on the voting ballot that often unless they're having crazy seasons. So yeah, I think that's taking into account all that. If they're willing to give him the money, because that's what it comes down to a lot of the times, the money, getting that bread, then I wouldn't be surprised if he came back. What's going on, Kevin? The talk of the day is Turbo Avdija, the winning streak, just the future. This 3-game stretch coming up against the Blazers, the Nets, and the Cavaliers. With some Super Bowl talk in there. I already know who you're rooting for, so don't even bring it up. Kid, you said still need a really good PG, but lately we've been running the offense through KP. Think he had like 7 assists versus the Spurs. Yeah, which is why I don't think the Wizards will be looking for, unless it's like a superstar, like a SGA type of guy out there who that becomes available, which I doubt they could even trade for. I feel like with Wes and with the 3 people that they got, because Brad has the ball, Kuz has the ball, KP has the ball, they're just looking for a guard, which Monte Morris does fit the bill on that. They're looking for a guard who doesn't really need the ball in his hands that much. Obviously somebody who won't turn the ball over when they do have the ball in their hands and trying to get teammates open. I think Monte Morris has done a really good job at that. I could see why Wes wants to keep him there, or why they would keep him there as the starter. Especially if you're running the offense through Brad, KP, and Bill for the majority of the time. You want a guy who can hit an open off. Because it's tough. You don't want a point guard who needs the ball in his hands, because then that takes away from Kuzma, who's not going to have the ball in his hands as much, and I feel like that's going to cause an issue. I don't know. You definitely want a lower usage point guard in this offense that the Wizards are running with the players that they currently have as their top 3. I could definitely understand the Wizards wanting a lower usage point guard, and that's what Monte Morris is. But I also can understand the fans wanting an improvement at that position. Alexander, you said, I still say trade everyone for picks. That's a long gone, man. Kerry said, let's go Chiefs, cry Eagles, cry as I expect for you. You can keep hoping we lose, man. You've been hoping since the beginning of the season. Keep on hoping, man. You said under over 2 wins in this 3-game stretch. I think they can beat the Trailblazers. The Nets are just they're troublesome for the Wizards. The Nets are just troublesome for the Wizards. I think. Oh no, man! I think they can. I say under. I don't think they're getting all three. They're not getting all three of them. I say under. They may get two, which would be a push. In your question, I don't think they get all three of them. Panda, you said, can we play back to back? Mitchell, you said Avdija on a mission. Facts. Chibi said now Diddy got confidence, was playing ahead of Rui, still not producing. Kirby said Mahomes and Kelsey are about to expose y'all defense because that's the only real QB y'all are going to play in the playoffs. Gabriel, you said Monte is doing his role well. I agree. For what the role is that Monte's playing, I think he's playing fine. He's played better for sure. The whole team has played better. So naturally, that means he's playing better as well. Pedro said Deni or Kispert. I'm not answering that. I plead the fifth on that. Please don't, Diddy fans. Please do not turn the Diddy Rui into the Diddy Kispert. I thought we were done after the Diddy, because every time I stream, it was Diddy or Rui. Please don't make it Diddy or Kispert. Please. OBJ said we need a PG that attacks the paint and hits open shots. Which is why I could understand why you guys, Wizards fans, still would like an upgrade at that spot. I wouldn't hate it. Kevin said, in all seriousness, we need to go get Rozier and Oubre since they're available. I don't think West would like Oubre. I don't think West would be that big of a fan of Oubre. Terry Rozier, I wouldn't hate having Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier, he's a guy who can play off ball. He plays next to LaMelo Ball. He's a guy who can play off ball. He can play on ball, obviously. I wouldn't mind Terry Rozier. How much the Hornets would be asking for, I don't know. But I wouldn't hate it. And if the Wizards keep it up and make it to the playoffs, then that whole first round pick that'll convert over to the Knicks, so they wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. Hopefully they don't make it as just an 8th seed, though. But they're not that far out of the 6th seed, actually. They're only like 3.5 games or something like that out of the 6th seed. So, if they keep playing well, everything's within reach. Gabriel said no more ISO ball. That's the only problem with this team. Petty said we could play Diddy as a point guard. Diddy's not a point guard, though. You know, like, Diddy can handle the ball, but he's not... I would not start him at point guard, though. No. Kevin said I'm maybe looking to trade for Van Vliet to bring John home since he is available as well, and it will make the Wizards fan come to games more. I think for maybe a game or so, maybe the first couple, that'll make fans come, but it'll wear off. I don't know. I don't think the Wizards are pressing for a point guard, but I think if at the right price, if something comes available as an upgrade over Monte, they would maybe bite on it. But I don't think they're pressed. They're pressing right now, especially with the team playing well. Mary said, we love Kispert Israel. He's cool, don't worry. Good. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Jermaine said, did I tell you the Wizards were going to be okay once they got healthy? Hey, man, I love to see it. I'm glad you're looking like you may be right on that. Spiffy said, none of Rozier, Terry, obviously better, but also a lot more experience. That's true. Chevy said they attack against for now. Kevin said, I think if we make the playoffs, we're going to trade all the young picks for Trae Young. I still would be surprised if Trae Young got traded. Especially with them invested so much in DeJounte. I would be very surprised with that. Because they just got DeJounte. Even though they've definitely been disappointing, for sure. OBJ said Van Vliet will be perfect, but he's up to get paid. Yeah, that's the thing with Van Vliet, the contract stuff. Cohen, you said, yeah, we love Kispert. That's good to hear. Kevin said Bart Monte in that Lakers second for Rozier. I don't know if that would be enough. I don't know if that would be enough for the Hornets. I don't know if that would be enough. But once again, guys, thank you all for being in here. If you haven't liked the video already, please make sure to like it. If you want to donate, you can do that. If you want to become a member, like my boy Kevin, you can do that as well. But yeah, things are looking good, man. Things are looking good. The fan base is definitely, from what I've seen, the aura of the fan base online seems to be more positive. It seems to be more excited. You know, especially about Deni. Deni, his improvement so far post Rui trade. It's got a lot of fans excited. It's got a lot of, you know, people hype. It's got a lot of Deni fans hype. I'm seeing a lot of good things. I'm seeing some positivity from the fan base. You know, I feel like some fans feel like, because the team's healthy and whatnot, they feel like this win streak may be a little different, man. So, I've said that the team is playing well. I've said Wes is doing better. Everybody deserves credit. You know, so even when I rag on somebody like Wes or Tommy, I'm okay with giving credit when credit is due. I think Wes has been doing a good job. I think the trade is so far is working out for both sides. None has been pretty good. I think Roy will be fine over there in LA playing next to Braun and company. So yeah, you know, we was going to see tonight if they can get the winning streak to 7. But Ice Storms in Texas said no. They said no. Chevy said we don't need Trae Young. Cause I agree. Dave said everyone loves Kiss for the TV commentators. Israel speak nicely of him. That makes me happy, guys. It's good to know. It's good to get the Israeli scoop from my guys. But so how are we feeling? How are we feeling about the Trailblazers, Nets, Cavaliers? You guys think they go 3-0? You think they go 2-1? You think they go 1-2? You think they go 0-3? What are we thinking here? That's a pretty good stretch for the team against some decent players and some top tier teams in the East. You think they sweep the slate? You think they go 2-1, 1-2, or they stink it up, go 0-3? What do you guys think? 1-2, Kevin. You said Nets and Cavs lost. Yeah, they've struggled with the Nets all season. they've struggled to beat the Nets all season. Cavs is always tough. They especially when they're fully healthy. They're always tough. A tough beat. And that game would be, so Portland's in DC, Brooklyn's in Brooklyn, Cleveland's in DC. OBJ, you said 0-3. Smith, you say he's 3-0. Okay, so we got 1-2, we got a 3-0, and we got a 0-3. I could see 2-1. I could see 1-2. I could see all possibilities because I never know with the Wizards. I could see all possibilities. I will hope for 2-1. 2-1 would be really nice. 3-0 would, I think, would be terrific, obviously. But I would hope for 2-1. They can bang out 2-1. That'll be nice. That'll be really nice. If they could bang out a 2-1 doing this 3-game stretch. And Portland and Brooklyn is a back-to-back. So that's kind of also why I think Brooklyn would be an L. Because that's the second night of a back-to-back. At 6 o'clock, which is weird. On Saturday. That was going on what you said. I see 1-2 if we being more realistic. I could definitely see that as well. Especially said we owe Nets, Cavs slipped by us OT, Blazers changing coast. Yeah, the Blazers game, I definitely think we can win that. I definitely think we can win that Blazers game for sure. Chippy said to get Trae means to lose a big 3 or luxury tax. Yeah, agree. I'm not big. I'm not that big on getting Trae, really, personally. OBJ said 2-1. I'll start talking chip expectations. Kerry said, now what if we get the 6 seed? D, can you imagine the vibe? Hey, I mean, then I would go back and say a lot of you guys was right, because in the off season, at the beginning of the season, y'all was saying 6 seed, and I was saying I doubt it. A lot of things would have to go right. And I would eat crow on that. Smithy said extra day off with Detroit cancellation. Yeah, that means they can either come out sleepwalking because of it, or, hey, but they do get to go home early. They do get to go home early. Kevin said, come on, Trae Young. Trae Young and Bill backcourt would be devastating. So who would you get rid of? Kuzma? I think you said Kuzma. Who would you get rid of? Kuzma? Well, Kuzma's a free agent, so it would be a sign and trade or something. I don't know. I just doubt it. I doubt the Hawks are giving up on DeJounte and Trae Young this early after they just traded all that capital to get DeJounte Murray. They're not giving up on it that fast. Swift said back-to-back should not be too bad with extra rest. I agree with that. Chippy said if we play in like we have been playing, I expect 3-0. 3-0, man. I'd be impressed. I'd be extremely impressed they go 3-0. That's a 9-game winning streak right there. Kevin said maybe look at Dame. Dame ain't going nowhere. CP3. Yeah, I wonder, because it's looking like this may be his last year in Phoenix, because Phoenix said they feel like he's about to be on the decline. So it'll be interesting how what happens with him. Mental, he said, let's get that W Detroit to complete the road trip sweep. Mental, the Detroit game's canceled. It's postponed. I should say not canceled. It's postponed. It's going to be rescheduled. Nobody knows when. But Detroit couldn't get back home. There's a weather thing going on in Texas right now. Dallas, I believe that's the last team they played, Dallas. And they weren't able to get back into Detroit. So that game's canceled tonight. There's no game tonight. Kevin said maybe you bring back Russ and free agent. I doubt it. Because for everything that I've seen with Wes's offense and the team, Wes wants a low usage point guard. That means he doesn't want Russ, who's high usage. Trae, high usage. Terry, I think, is a decent fit because I don't think he doesn't need to be high usage. Like I said, he knows how to play off ball. He plays with LaMelo. So, he knows how to play off ball. But, yeah. That's kind of all my thoughts on the subject. Yeah, you said Kuzma. I doubt though. I doubt it. The Wizards are going to be desperate to keep them, so I'd be surprised. I don't know about Fred. I like Fred. I'm not dying. I wouldn't be dying to get him, but because Fred's do money, so money that the Wizards got to give to Kuz and KP, so that's not going to work. Debbie said, I got a topic. Do you think DeLon Wright is the most important player on the team for what he brings defensively? Hey, look. We saw what the Wizards looked when DeLon wasn't there. So what can I say? I saw what the team looked after he got hurt. I saw what the defense looked like after DeLon got hurt. We all saw what the team and the team's defense looked like after DeLon got hurt. So who am I to say he's not the most important? Shoot. I mean, their record with DeLon as opposed to their record without him, their defense with him in comparison to their defense without him. I mean, everything I've seen, just off the eye test, he's very important. I wouldn't hate anybody to say he's the most important because we've already seen what they look like when he's gone. Kevin says David's getting traded. David? Johnny? I doubt it. Tamir, appreciate you. Shout out to Israel. Debbie said because the Athletic NBA show believes he is. We're 14-6 with him in the lineup. Yeah. Numbers don't lie, as they say. Kevin said I think the line should start over Monte because he plays better as a 6-man. I don't think they should do anything right now. The team's on a 6-game winning streak. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, we'll see. Mentally said against Marcus Smart, the Celtics that go with Brogdon. That would be interesting too, Marcus Smart. That would be interesting too. Kevin said you think Rui was the problem? No, I don't think Rui was the problem. I wouldn't say Rui was the problem. I understand why Rui wanted to leave though. And the Wizards wanted to focus more on other things, other players, re-signing Kuz, re-signing KP, etc. They had a log jam. It was just best for both sides. But I don't think he was the problem. Because when Rui was hurt, everybody was calling for Rui. We need Rui back. We need Rui back. We need Rui back. Rui was putting up 30 off the bench. He was the best bench scorer. I don't think he was the problem. The Sumo would be nice. Gray said not the problem, just created a log jam. That's all facts. Agreed. That's pretty much my exact take on that. It was just a log jam. And the Wizards wanted to focus more on Kuz and paying Kuz and KP. Rui wanted more opportunity. Best for both sides to just part ways, pretty much. Kevin said that why is Diddy bringing out all of a sudden? It was Rui holding him back. Diddy was getting minutes before Rui was hurt. Like, are we missing the time that Rui wasn't playing? Rui missed half the season last season. Rui was hurt for a decent amount of time this season. Diddy was starting. There was a lot of opportunity for Diddy to improve his play, like with Rui being on the team. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say Rui was, like, he was hogging all the minutes and then he couldn't touch the floor no more because of Rui. Like, Rui was gone half of last season. Rui was gone. Rui was hurt for multiple games this year. He was, like Rui wasn't there. Denny's had a lot of opportunity. Now, maybe him being traded or whatever the maybe Denny got some cat is crazy. Grace says sometimes when you make a trade, you're so fatigued afterwards. It creates confident young players that take that next step. Yeah, facts. I agree with Grant once again. The trade could have just gave him that mental confidence boost that he needed to say, oh, okay, this team's serious about me. I need to lock in. I need to play better. Like, Rui's gone. There's no more like, hey, maybe he was thinking if Rui wasn't there. Hey, maybe it was just that mental confidence boost with the Wizards moving Rui that he needed. Maybe it was just that. But I don't think it was Rui holding him back. Rui was gone for a while Deni was there. You know, so I don't think it was that. But I definitely think the trade gave Deni a mental confidence boost for sure. Which has helped improve his play as of late. Chippy said Diddy didn't have confidence. That was a problem. Agreed. Perry said, which teams they play after the Cavaliers? After the Cavaliers, the Wizards play, let me see. After the Cavaliers, they play Charlotte, Indiana, and then they go take a trip to the West real quick. Minnesota isn't the West. But after Cleveland, they got Charlotte, Indiana, Golden State, Portland, at Golden State, at Portland, at Minnesota. So that's their little stretch there after Cleveland. They should get Charlotte. Indiana will be tough because for some reason Indiana always plays the Wizards tough. Tyrese Halliburton will be back because he's coming back against the Lakers. So Tyrese Halliburton will be back by then. Chippy said when Rui was out, they missed him. I agree with that. Cody said Diddy's better at the 4. He can use his speed. Mentally said Rui's starting in LA and is happy to be in LA because of the large Asian community. I heard. I mean, not surprised by that. Not surprised by that. But guys, I'm about to get on up out of here, man. I definitely wanted to hop on stream. It was a fun stream. The team's been playing really good, man. I'm excited to see what they do next. I'm excited to see how they play the Trailblazers. Glad to see Wizards
Yes,
fans
sir.
excited.
Yes,
Wizards fans
sir.
excited. Everybody
Yes,
showing some
sir.
positivity.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You know, I'm happy
sir.
to see it, man. I hope the Wizards give the fans a reason to continue to be excited and optimistic. That's the word I'm looking for. And continue to be optimistic. So we'll see for sure. Burn that hat. That's it's crazy. I'm gonna get this. Hey, we win that Super Bowl. You know, I'm be on here rocking some Super Bowl gear, man. Don't worry about that. I'm looking for the second one. I'm looking for number 2. Hurts, I don't even think Hurts has been sacked yet in this playoffs. In the Chiefs, they got Chris Jones and Frank Clark. That's cool. But come on, man. That defense ain't the 49ers defense. They ain't got no Nick Bosa over there. And we saw what we did to Nick Bosa. 31 points on the supposed number 1 defense. 31 of them things. That 100%. It's like you're excited for them. But you gotta be careful, man, because it's the Wizards. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. You gotta be cautious with these Wizards, man. You don't know what they're gonna do to you. You never know. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. Appreciate the likes. Make sure to like if you haven't. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. I love you guys. I love all you guys. I hope the winning streak continues and we get to 7 on Friday. But that's about all I got, man. We talked about a lot today. So I'll see you guys on the next stream, man, whenever that may be. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Mental, you could be right on that. But I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.